This is the 91st minute.
Darwin Nunez came off the bench to score twice as Liverpool snatched a sensational 2-1 Premier League win over Newcastle on Sunday as the Reds bounced back from a straight red card in the first half for captain Virgil van Dijk. This was kind of slated as the match of the weekend in the Premier League, and I feel like it kind of lived up to the expectation. You know, up in Newcastle, boisterous fans, great atmosphere, Liverpool coming in, couple of dodgy calls in the beginning, 1-0 for a long time, and then Liverpool come back late with Darwin Nunez. Did you guys watch the game? Or
yeah, I did, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
What are your thoughts about the game?
I really enjoyed it from a neutral standpoint. You know, you just want, if you watch a game that's not your team, your minimum thing is you just want it to be entertaining, right? So basically, never watch a City game.
Hey, you said
advice.
It. You said it.
Yeah, I'm saying it before you say it.
Yeah.
This week.
Thank you.
This week, I'll take the heat from the City fans this week. Greg, fire away. But anyway, no, it was just an entertaining game. There was a lot of, like, the Gordon goal was nice, I thought. Yeah, nice goal for him. I actually thought Newcastle failed to sort of push on from there. Reminded me a little bit of my own team. And then the VVD sending off was right after that as well, which seemed to cause an outrage. It looks like a red to me. I don't know, what do you guys make of that?
What do you think?
I thought it was pretty straightforward.
So the
agree.
big question that came out of it is the question of Dogzo, right? A lot of people are probably looking up the IFAB rules about what is Dogzo. And so Dogzo is the denial of a goal scoring opportunity.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be like, you know, I'm about to kick the ball into the net and then someone slide tackles me, right? That's also a Dogzo.
That is just the new interpretation of last man, basically, right? Because he was basically the last man as well. I mean, it was very close.
Yeah.
There was no other. He was through, and he was brought down. And I understand that certain angles made it look a little bit more questionable than others.
There is a rule where if it's inside the box and VVD genuinely makes a genuine attempt for the ball and takes out the player, that it is a penalty shot. But since it's a penalty shot, it's not a Dogzo. It's not a denial of a goal scoring opportunity, because that penalty shot is the goal scoring opportunity. So it wouldn't be a red card. Apparently, that's my.
That was
but
just
if he plays
outside
the
ball, box, then
it was just outside the box, so there was no penalty shot.
I mean, for me, I'd be like, it's last man, send him off. I've always been offended when it doesn't happen. Like there's a certain Rio Ferdinand incident that springs to mind. But like, you know, it's just on Freddie Ljungberg, for those that are wondering. But yeah, it's just, for me, I was like, yeah, it's a red. I don't see how you could really dispute that one.
Yeah. And the conviction with which the ref called it a red was like, it almost seems like that's something that VAR takes into question. Like if he like steps away, goes, talks to his assistant ref, comes back, thinks about it, and then gives a red, then it's like, maybe then VAR is like, ref looks like he was questioning it. Maybe we should take a closer look. But in that case, he just went boom, red card.
And VAR
right
still check it though, right?
Yeah, they'll still check it. It.
Because that's where we've seen things get rescinded on field last season. I think we saw it twice maybe. But I'm all for that as well. You know, like have VAR do the check and then change it up if a mistake was made. That's what it's for.
Yep. Clear and obvious mistake, What did you think about, apparently VVD might get a further ban, an additional one-match ban because of the way he spoke to the ref at the time. Did you guys see that?
I didn't. What did he say? Do we know?
I don't know. I don't know exactly what he said. I don't know if, do you guys have that? I don't have it. No.
I don't. I mean, we could find that out, but or if anyone wants to let us know what he said. Was it in English or does it need translating? That would be my first question.
Probably in English. Probably. Oh, some hands
Yeah.
gestures apparently. Let's just. I'm just gonna throw this in there. If a certain other captain did this, we wouldn't hear the end of it. But since it's VVD, he gets special privileges. I think, right? Certain players get special privileges for good conduct.
Well, I think you look when you start talking about that, you have to bring in the history of the player, and I don't
Right.
think that VVD has a long history of stuff
No,
like that.
I completely agree. That's why I'm saying,
Yeah.
because he has good conduct, he's not going to get called out for it. But
If he said you're a joke or an effing joke, then I can't see him getting another game on top.
oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the threshold is for that type of stuff. He did take a long time to get out.
It'd be in his in the referee's report, I guess, and they'll review it. But I mean, it's a straight red. It's already a 3-match suspension. I don't think the incident as a whole warrants anything more than that. It's already tough, right?
Yeah. 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 But let's just talk about Newcastle, and then
Yeah.
so they went down to 10 men, and then Liverpool switched to kind of a 4-4-1 formation, and this kind of forced Trent to play defensively, right? It was kind of like it almost, and he looked solid defensively. I thought he did well. Oh wait, Trent. We didn't even talk about Trent. Hoff, do you want to talk about Trent?
He had the mistake that led to the opener, right, for Newcastle. That's what I think.
Once again, I didn't say it. Hoff or Milo, you said it. Okay, I didn't bring it up.
He did. If you
If I bring it up, I'm accused of being a Liverpool hater, so I can't even talk about the game anymore. Okay.
I mean, we're just reading off the notes you gave us anyways. So.
Okay, dude.
I'm kidding.
Okay.
I'm kidding. I'm just perpetuating the myth. That's all.
I know. That's funny.
Yeah, it's a shame that Diaz had to come off for the red, just to, I guess, balance everything out. Because I feel like he's been their best player this year.
Yeah, best attacking threat.
Wait, he's not injured.
Yeah,
is
that's
he?
it.
No, he came off
No.
Joe Gomez came on for him.
Okay, to balance.
Yeah,
to balance
so,
it.
yeah.
Okay, you had me worried there because he's in my FPL team.
Oh
and
no, sorry.
I'm a big Luis Diaz fan.
Yeah, and he's been playing great so far. But as far as Trent goes, I still the defensive lapses are there. I know there was like I don't know if it's still happening. There might be. We can chat about that. Is the midfield experiment still going on? Like I don't watch Liverpool enough to.
They look really comfortable.
Sorry, go ahead.
They look really comfortable. Endo started. It was Soboslai, Endo, and McAllister midfield. And then Nunez, Gakpo, not Nunez, Salah, Gakpo, Diaz up top. But yeah, those three, Endo looks very, very comfortable in there, and he kind of plays. They play a really nice, almost tiki-taka in midfield. Liverpool now with those guys. I think it's McAllister and Soboslai that really allowed them to play that way. Soboslai has such pace, man. He accelerates so nice. He's very graceful on the ball. It's really nice to watch. I think between Mount, Havertz and Soboslai, I think Soboslai so far has been head and shoulders above the other two. They were all signed around the same time. That's why I'm saying that. And McAllister as well has been a steal. But yeah, the way McAllister sets the pace of the midfield is really nice. I thought maybe McAllister in a kind of a higher, because in that setup, it seems like he kind of plays like a proper 10, McAllister. And at Brighton, he played more of a deep lying player, and I think that's where I feel like he's more comfortable. It'll be interesting to see how he does at a higher up position, but I think he'll do fine. Trent.
Two other things I wanted to mention that stood out to me. Almiron, couple of crazy chances. One of which a volley that forced a stunning save from Alisson. Have you saw that? It was incredible. Maybe a little fortunate to keep it out, but it was a hell of a save. And Almiron, again, later on in the game, another sort of waving run and shot hit the post. So very unlucky not to get on the score sheet himself there. He had a cracking game.
Yeah, Alisson is... I think he's kind of separating himself from the pack as far as being the best goalkeeper in the Prem right now. And, putting those questions to bed for this little era here. But do you want to talk about the Trent situation? I don't know. It was a bit of a talking point for some Liverpool fans. A lot of people are saying he should have seen yellow for a pullback on Gordon, right? Do you guys remember that? It was very early in the first half, shortly after his first yellow card, and he pulled back Gordon on a breakaway, and the ref didn't give him a yellow. I think from Milo's perspective, I would think that you're happy the ref didn't give a second yellow. Personally, I think it's a tough call to make, but it's a call that needs to be made. It's just too clear. But I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts on that one?
Yeah, I mean, I can't help but compare it to. I think I saw somebody talking about that in the Discord about comparing it with Tomiyasu's time wasting one, or was that later on in the game then?
Tomiyasu's was later on in the game, much later than Trent's, but.
No, but I mean, like, a conversation was going on about it because I missed this exact moment, so I'm not 100% up on.
Okay,
I got twins in the house, man. Like, things are happening all the time.
Okay, well, the highlights, the extended highlights online didn't show these yellow cards. By the way, they just conveniently skip over this. But it's just as simple. Gordon's gets past Trent, which he absolutely destroyed Trent for like a good solid 40 minutes of that first half, and Trent basically pulls him back, and then he quickly realizes that he's on a yellow, so he pulls his arm away after that. he clearly knows, and the ref gives a foul but doesn't give a yellow to Trent, which would have been his second yellow, and pretty early in the game, like 20th minute or something, like 25th minute or something. So you never know. What could have happened? I mean, if you haven't seen it, then we can't really talk too much.
Liverpool fans must be happy then. Like, what is their issue with it?
No. Okay, so the Liverpool fans, this is what they're saying. I can explain. So when Trent first got booked for time wasting, right? It's because he threw the ball away. So their argument is, and in that situation, Gordon did shoulder barge foul him, but the ref, I think, either called a throw-in for Newcastle or they called a foul on Gordon. I can't remember exactly which one it was, but the ball was in Newcastle's possession. And then Trent saw that, he didn't like it, and he kind of tossed the ball away. Under the new rules, it was a foul. It was a yellow card to Trent right away. And then shortly after that, he pulls back Gordon on a breakaway, and the ref doesn't give him a yellow for that. So.
Okay, and then I do see someone mentioning that it was the Tomiyasu pullback versus the Trent one. Tomiyasu's was a yellow, Trent's wasn't.
Yeah.
But the difference is Tomiyasu's pullback was his first offense. Trent's is his second.
I think the pullback was was Tomiyasu's second one. I looked back at that.
No, it was time wasting.
No, I think time wasting was the first one.
No, it was the second. He got sent off.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay, I missed.
Yeah, so I'm sure they are. It's a big difference, right? If one's first, one's second, I think it. Yeah.
Okay.
It's tricky, but.
Okay. I thought it was. Okay. Anyways, it doesn't matter. I mean, to me, it doesn't matter. I know. Like the ref's discretion wise, it probably does matter, but to me, it doesn't really matter if it was first or second. And this is where it's like, okay, it's like, what makes a square a square? 4 equal sides, 4 right angles. Okay, you and that it's a very simple situation. Tomiyasu's first yellow was time wasting. Yeah, there we go. That's what I thought. And his pullback was the second one. Yeah. But
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
And if you're gonna have these rules, that is low IQ by Trent by pulling down Gordon. You shouldn't get away with that. I don't know. It's just, I know from the neutral perspective, I'm kind of glad they didn't call a second yellow, because it would have been a red card and the whole occasion would have been just kind of dulled a little bit, right? So I totally understand what the ref was doing there. He didn't want to give an early red card for, a time-wasting yellow card, which is a new rule, and then the pullback was a clear yellow, but because the time-wasting one is so soft in everyone's eyes, it would have killed the occasion. But he didn't do it, and it is what it is. But I don't know. But let's get to the meat of the game. Darwin Nunez comes on 80th minute, 78th minute, bags a brace, just two beautiful shots, just like sweeps them into the bottom left corner, left inside the left post, and what a moment! What a moment for the guy. He just looks like a man on a mission now, and with this super sub role, it looks really good on him. What do you think?
I don't know if that was what was intended when Liverpool got him from Benfica, but he, at least so far, you can make a career out of that if you're doing it as effectively as he is. Like Chicharito had one full season where that was what he did. Like he came in, you knew you were getting at least one goal from him. Like if you're effective, especially against tired legs, and it's not like Newcastle has the most pacey back line, just put the speedster, and not that he's like Usain Bolt fast, but he's still one of the fastest guys out there. Put him out there, let him run at them and behind them, and he can finish. He's a great, I wouldn't say great, he's a very good finisher. I like this role for him. I don't know how Liverpool fans feel about spending that much on a guy that's where he's most effective, at least so far, but I think it's good for him.
Yeah. Milo, thoughts on Darwin Nunez silencing all the haters?
Yeah, a little bit again. Coming on 77 minutes, bagging 2 goals, 2 really, really nice finishes, as you say. Just proper forwards finishes, really. Good first touch and slots home the first, and similar for the second, just got away from the defender. I don't know that, I don't know that his role is going to be super sub. He was sub in this game and Gakpo got the nod, but, I suspect they might switch that up here and there depending on the opponent. And if you're playing a high line, if you're playing a team with a high line, maybe you could look to do that. And now they have the midfield that can provide those kind of opportunities for Nunez. It's not, I don't know that down the wings and cutbacks and things like that are necessarily what Nunez is going to thrive on. I just think now they have this midfield, it's going to create better opportunities for the players up top, and that will give Nunez an opportunity. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he starts the next game. I don't keep an eye on Klopp's sort of rotation policy, or if he rewards performances like that with a start. Maybe some of the Liverpool fans can chime in on that, but I thought it was a great performance from him coming on.
Yeah, and they play Aston Villa next, so they won't have Van Dijk for that, but Villa will be a tough opponent coming up. But that'll be at home, so we'll see how that goes.
Subscribe to the 91st Minute here on YouTube and use the links in the description to follow us on all social media platforms.